I specialize in property, but I also do casualty. So sometimes they're looking for one-stop shopping. They just want one person to deal with, help them through the whole, gamut of problems on all of their lines of business. And a lot of other people a lot of other wholesalers in our competition have separate departments. I'm just property. Don't talk to me about casualty. And maybe I'll get somebody else involved. Here at XPT, we have a lot of people with a very flexible knowledge of just about all of the coverages that you might need.
Welcome to Business Ninjas, brought to you by WriteForMe, where you'll hear from business leaders who are out there growing their business and slaying it every day. Learn from the masters. Let's get started.
Hey everybody, welcome back for another episode of Business Ninjas. I'm here today with Michele Martincich. She's the Executive Vice President and Property Practice Leader at XPT Specialty. Michele, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Kelsey. It's lovely to be here with you today.
Yeah, excited to have you. So Michele, why don't you start and tell us a little bit about yourself?
I've been in the industry for about 4 decades, mostly on the property side and doing some casualty. I joined XPT about 6 months ago, and they've been in operation since 2017, where 3 partners came together to create a new wholesale partnership for our retail partners. Those 3 partners are Mark Smith, Jeff Heath, and Tom Ruggieri. We do everything. We do property, we do casualty, transportation. We do a lot of different types of occupancies here at XPT.
So it sounds like you've filled a lot of roles on your way to where you are now.
Absolutely. Along the way, I love to challenge myself and take a different role and learn a different discipline. So it has helped.
That's fantastic. So tell me a little bit about XPT Specialty.
So XPT Specialty started in 2017. We had 3 leaders. That would be Kyle Stevens, Tom Ruggieri, and Mark Smith. Very experienced individuals in the insurance industry and the wholesale platform. They started up this company, and along the way, they've added through acquisition, LP risk, SNH or SH underwriters, and quite a few other acquisitions to kind of bring it to where we are today. They started on the transportation side with coverage. They've added me with property, and we're looking to add a casualty to round some of this out, and some personal lines as well.
Wow, interesting. So it sounds like there's, a lot of different avenues, in industries, verticals that XPT Specialty really focuses on.
Exactly. And to be in this industry, you have to cover just about all of your clients' needs. Mm-hmm. And sometimes it's just property, sometimes it's casualty, sometimes both. They may have a need for the transportation side, personal lines, professional liability. So there's so many different verticals that we do help with. We help our clients with.
Talk to me a little bit about the different solutions that XPT offers, because like you said, it's so important that you're meeting them where they're at and their needs that they have. So talk to me a little bit about that.
So we have clients that are larger companies that have access to a lot of markets, and we have smaller companies that don't have that much access. So you'll come to us for the expertise that we have, access to the marketplace, and the ability to create an insurance program for your insured that meets their needs on a price-wise and a coverage-wise and all around. So people come to us to fill a need, whether it be to fill in a market or to actually add expertise to that it could be commercial real estate, light manufacturing, to whatever coverage is needed at the time.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to kind of hear from your perspective. It sounds like, XPT is nimble, agile, really able to adapt to its clients. What ways, from in your experience, what ways does XPT Specialty really stand out from its competition?
We are hiring, very experienced brokers who have 20 plus years, 30 plus years, 40 like myself in the industry that have a lot of relationships, because those relationships with carriers and clients are exactly what build a business. So yes, we want to hire some, young people, bring, some new people in and train them, but we hire right now the best of the business and, get them out there running and build this company.
I think that's, I think that's fantastic. And why do you think that experience is so important to have, specifically in the industry that XPT is in?
Well, in our industry, it is really key to relationship, whether it be from your clients to yourself. They trust you. They know that you're going to get the job done right. They're going to know that you're going to have the markets that you need. And really only an experienced person would have access to all those markets and a relationship to bring those markets to the company to solve, client needs.
I think that's, so important. And that experience goes to, not only the people that are working for XBT, but also, you said at the beginning that you've worked in so many different roles that it's fantastic that, you've been able to take your experience into the leadership role that you're in now. So, talking about your customers, I know you mentioned kind of the themes that you've seen, the trends that you've seen. What would you say the biggest challenge that they have before they start working with XPT would be? Is it like not having all of the solutions that XPT offers?
Exactly. I believe, certain clients have either they're a property expert or casualty expert, and they're looking for someone to fill in the other side. I specialize in property, but I also do casualty. So sometimes they're looking for one-stop shopping. They just want one person to deal with, help them through the whole, gamut of problems on all of their lines of business. And a lot of other people a lot of other wholesalers in our competition have separate departments. I'm just property. Don't talk to me about casualty. And maybe I'll get somebody else involved. Here at XPT, we have a lot of people with a very flexible knowledge of just about all of the coverages that you might need, where other people are just specializing. And again, that's great. I can specialize as well. But when you need someone to talk to about your risk and how you need to build that the policy, maybe it's a layered program on the property side and on the casualty, you can talk to me and I can try to help you solve those problems without saying, hold on, I've got to get 5 other people involved, where that tends to be a problem for people. Speed and accuracy is what we really provide. Sometimes we don't have a lot of time to get things done. People come to us and maybe we have a day or two. So if we have to go and get all these other people involved, that really causes a problem because now we have to get things done on their time basis. And that doesn't always line up with what the carrier and client and the whole relationship needs.
Yeah, absolutely. And, it sounds like the insurance industry is, a fast paced and constantly evolving. So what are some current trends or emerging challenges that are shaping the insurance landscape? And how do you think XPT Specialty is really adapting to these changes?
Sure. So right now, what's really changing in the industry is Florida and Texas and wind and hail. And of course, on the West Coast, you have wildfires and California earthquake. So having the markets that adequately provide that coverage is key to our clients. Prices have gone up 40% in some cases, or the coverage is just not there anymore. So we try to find solutions and products that will help our clients get that coverage done, because again, banks, really rely on their insureds to provide the right coverage. And a lot of this is really regulated by banks. They want to make sure that you're adequately covered for that mortgage loss, because we deal a lot in the real estate world, commercial and residential. So providing and getting the coverages that our clients need is crucial to helping our clients and growing a bigger client base at XPT.
And because, correct me if I'm wrong, when you are working with your clients, sometimes it's in the most, challenging and difficult points of their life. So being able to provide that support in that client centric, approach, I imagine is really crucial to separating XPT Specialty from its competition as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Again, there's a lot of, competition, there's a lot of wholesalers, but they may not have that right person that says, okay, I can help you get property. I can advise you a little bit on the casualty. Let's get both of these done. We've got a day or two to do this. Let's sit down, put our heads together and decide what you really need, what the insured really needs, and go after those products in the industry.
I think that's fantastic. I always appreciate hearing, companies that are nimble, agile, and really able to support their clients in the highest time of need in a way that, benefits, the client. So I think that's fantastic. So, Michele, I'm curious to hear in your experience and your expertise, are there any common misconceptions that people think are, accurate, but isn't necessarily true?
I think that some of the common misconceptions could be, when you get a broker involved, because a lot of our industry wants to go to an insurtech kind of world where you just input the information and you take out the broker completely. Yes, brokers charge a commission, but they also bring you the expertise, the markets, and they help you build that program that you really need. InsurTech is just a computer analyzing your data and may not provide the exact coverage that you need. So a lot of people think, oh, brokers may overcharge on commission. That's not really the case. It is a value add that we bring to the table. And of course, we bring markets. You may go into an InsurTech kind of world and they'll offer you two different options, possibly, to ensure your needs. Well, those might be the wrong ones. Based on the information you put in, it may not, that's not what you need. You need to talk to an experienced broker who says, wait, you really do need this, but you could live without that on this basis. So definitely that commission issue in the brokerage side is important to discuss, because we charge a commission, but we do help. And there's a lot, we provide along the way. And backup help. It just doesn't end at placing a policy. All through the year, there's problems that come up, things that might have to be insured that the insured didn't think about. We also provide those solutions, whether it be in that same product or a different product line.
Well, that's an important note. So it's not necessarily just at the time of need. There's that ongoing support that, like you said, things may arise down the line that you're like, oh, and I need help with this now. So it sounds like there's really that ongoing support.
Exactly. Like in a manufacturing type of world, maybe they manufacture one type of widget. They didn't think about loss of income. If the plant goes down, we help them take a look at that, analyze it, and decide how much you need. Maybe they're adding new machines, or maybe they have a new acquisition. How do you ensure that? We provide that expertise and helping, the whole process go smoothly over the course of that policy year.
And, there's certainly one kind of theme that I've seen come out of this episode so far, Michele, and that is the expertise that XPT has really, and I think that flows pretty well too, expert XPT. Yeah. And it sounds like, you are mentioning with the misconceptions of the broker, the importance of having someone with those years of experience, that it's not just an AI data analytics, platform that, business. You take that humanistic, that client-centric approach to saying, hey, listen, this is where I think you're at right now. And, taking and pulling from those years of experience to make informed decisions on how to best support the clients.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And provide, again, some additional, thought processes they didn't think of in ensuring that business. Some people just think, okay, I just need this, bare bones. But really, that would put you in a very bad situation should a loss arise. So we help provide, the whole gamut of what's needed to insure a business.
Where can people go to learn more, Michele?
You can go to xptspecialty.com, and we have a website there that, introduces some of our leaders, the different departments we have, and I'll tell you a little bit about what we're doing. Then from there, you can, find a contact. Oh, I'm interested in property. I'll call Michele. Give me a call. I'll, definitely discuss things with you, see what you need, what markets are needed, and we could take it from there.
That's fantastic. Well, Michele, I think this has been a terrific episode. Before we head out, is there anything that you want to leave our listeners with, either about XPT Specialty, the insurance industry, anything that you want to leave our listeners with, advice, anything like that?
Well, what I'd love to leave you with is, if you've got a, tough account to place and you just want some general advice on insurance, please reach out to us. We're always happy to help. I tend to work many, many long hours, so it's not just a 9-to-5 job anymore. Some people still feel that way. I don't. So if you need help at 6 a.m, 10 o'clock at night, you're going to get it from me for sure. And I know a lot of my other colleagues work longer hours than the average wholesaler. So if you need that expertise and it's outside of work hours, please reach out to XPT Specialty. We're here to help you solve your problems.
I think that's fantastic. That's a great little bit to leave our listeners with. Well, Michele, I think this has been a terrific episode, very insightful. I appreciate you explaining all of your expertise, the expertise that the company holds, between its brokers and all the employees. I think this has been like I said, a fantastic conversation. I really appreciate you being on Business Ninjas today.
Thank you so much, Kelsey. Lovely working with you and talking with you on the podcast.
Yeah, great to have you.